Hi everyone. Now that NABARD notification has been released, we all know that the exam is going to be held on 20th December. What exactly are the do's and don'ts? How do you spend the next 40 days of your life preparing for the NABARD examination, making sure that you make the most of it, that you don't end up making any mistakes and you move in the right direction, take the right steps so that you can maximize your chances of success in phase one. And believe me, when I say that it is possible, it is actually possible for the simple reason that in NABARD examination, in phase one, you have to make sure that you're covering ESI, ARD, and journal awareness very thoroughly. That is it. You do not have to spend a lot of time on QRE for the simple reason that this one is qualifying in nature. And the actual merit in phase one is created out of these subjects, which is doable in the next 40 days. So, why waste time on thinking, on trying to make sure, on trying to confirm whether you can clear the exam or not? Why waste time on a lot of that talk? Why not just get down to study? Why not just get down to uh, doing the right things, taking the right steps, implementing stuff, and then making sure that you clear phase one and advance to phase two? Okay, so for all the RBI students who are expecting them not to clear the examination because their exam did not go so well, for all other kinds of students who have been preparing for NABARD for the last 6 7 months, probably a year as well. Some of them are in touch with me who've been preparing for a year as well. Now is your time to study properly. Now is your time to implement your stuff. Now is your time to execute. But how do you execute? How do you make sure that your execution does not fail you? Let me explain what exactly do you have to do and what exactly can you do. Let's come to ESI first. In ESI, you have to do two things. You have to revise the syllabus or cover the syllabus which is expected to take or should take at the max 5 days, not more than that, because the weightage of the syllabus is also lesser in the exam. So spend the maximum amount of 5 days to cover the entire ESI syllabus. After that, you have current affairs of ESI, which is the most exhaustive, and therefore spend about 10 days on covering the current affairs. I will be coming out with a separate session on what all do you cover under current affairs for ESI for NABARD examination. But for now, I'm just summarizing and telling you 10 days of time is enough to cover the entire current affairs of ESI. Probably some students will take 15, but that's okay. Even if you exceed this beyond 10, it is possible and it is acceptable. ARD is something that has the most value in the examination. It is the most valuable. Don't take any shortcuts here. Don't try to learn just through reverse learning. Don't try to learn less. Try to learn more as much as possible, because this is what is going to get you through phase one and also phase two of the examination. So every day, 3 hours you spend for the next 40 days, about 120 hours you spend on this, you will become a master in ARD. Nobody can stop you. Current affairs of ARD is fortunately very limited, very, very limited, and very specific as well. You don't have to go out and bang your head against the wall in order to understand current affairs of ARD. Very simple to understand. So 3 days max, and you'll be done with the entire current affairs of ARD. So nothing more than that. Okay. In general awareness, spotlight takes around 5 days for you to cover about 4 months of spotlight. If you want to cover finance current affairs, you can cover. I am providing a simplified version of finance current affairs because last time we saw about 5 questions out of 20 coming from finance current affairs. So this time we're covering a little bit of finance current affairs, not too much, because that might defeat the purpose as well. Okay, let's keep focusing on the 15 questions rather than shifting our focus completely towards these 5 questions. Okay, so spotlight of 5 days, or factual current affairs as students like to call it, of about 4 months, 5 days, probably 6 7 days for some students, more than enough. Okay, now the question comes, how do you divide your time? This is the entire I can say timetable that you can create for yourself till 20th December. So let me write here till 20th December. This is how you can plan your studies. Okay, let me explain to you what have I done. For the first 20 days, 10th November to 1st December, first 20 days, you focus on ARD revision completely, 3 hours daily. Along with that, you forget about everything else, you just cover current affairs, one current affairs at a time. You start with ARD current affairs, whatever is available, you cover that. You're done with that, you move to ESI current affairs, spend about 10-15 days on ESI current affairs. When that is done, you move to Spotlight current affairs, spend about 3, 4, 5 days on Spotlight current affairs. So you have a lot of time here. 20 days you can easily do, if not three, you can easily do two of these current affairs. Okay, along with that, spend the minimum of 3 hours on ARD revision, or if you've not covered ARD at all, ARD, Agriculture and Rural Development coverage. 3 hours is the minimum that you give every day. So you will have to dedicate about 6 hours every day, 3 hours on this, 3 hours on this. If you can dedicate more, it is much better. If you can't, this is the minimum that you have to do. Okay. Along with that, simultaneously from day one, which is 10th November, to day X, which is 20th December, you have to keep taking mocks. The simplicity here is that every Wednesday and every Sunday you take two mocks. One test of quant reasoning English, along with, of course, computers and decision making, and one test of ARD and ESI. If there is a combined test available in your course, you take a combined test. If there are separate tests of QRE and ARD ESI, you take separate tests as well. This is the minimum number of tests. So one test every Wednesday, one test every Sunday. If you can do this for the next 40 days that you have, you're taking two tests every week. Every 7 days you're taking two tests. Okay, so you have about 6 weeks for your exam, so you're taking 12 tests on an average. If you can take seriously 12 tests, then nobody can stop you from clearing the examination. If you're doing smart work, if you're analyzing your test and seeing your weaknesses and working on your weaknesses. Okay, so every Wednesday and every Sunday you're taking most of the time to take these tests and then to analyze these tests. Make sure that whatever was mentioned in the test, if it comes tomorrow in the examination, then you don't have to skip it, then you don't have to be sorry or regret that you did not do it properly, you did not go through the test properly, and therefore the question in the examination can't be answered by you. Let's not have that regret in the final exam. Okay, coming back, for the first 20 days, this is what you're going to do. You're going to just revise agriculture and rural development. If you're a part of the crash course is also already covering ARD. uh, uh, Over the next about 20 days, we'll be spending completely on ARD. 3 hours every day we are going to be spending on ARD revision. That is the best way that you can revise along with me. Along with that, the remaining time you spend completely on current affairs. Forget about everything else for the next 20 days. Agriculture and rural development plus current affairs. From 1st December till 10th December, for the next 10 days, you cover these. First of all, you cover ESI syllabus. You spend about 5 days on ESI syllabus. Now, it doesn't mean that the entire day you have to spend on ESI only. If you want to spend 3-4 hours, you do that. The second thing that you have to do every day between 1st and 10th December is you practice QRE, you read decision making, and you read computers. So decision making will take around 2 days to go through. Computers will again take around 2 days to go through. So 4 days you're spending here, 5 days you're spending on ESI syllabus. You still have time. Every day you can spend about 2 hours on practicing quant reasoning English. Okay, if you're weak in it, if you're already doing well, you can probably skip it as well, and you can just rely on mocks. Depends on person to person, student to student. But even if you're weak, you spend about 10 days on QRE practice, plus you're taking mocks regularly and working through that. That should be enough to get you through. If you're very weak, if you're very bad at QRE, then you have to probably spend more time on it. Okay, then what do you do in the last 10 days? In the last 10 days, you do what is the most relevant for you in the examination. Number one, what is most relevant? Mocks. So you keep writing mocks every Wednesday, every Sunday. You keep writing mocks. Second, what do you do? If you want to write more, you can write more mocks also here, right before the examination. What else do you have to do? You have to repeat this cycle. So you have to revise ARD again, and you have to revise the entire current affairs again, because this is what is going to get you through the examination. That is why two cycles of the most important, one here and one here, two cycles of the most important part, and you're through. Nobody can stop you, bro. Nobody can stop you from clearing the examination if you're through with these two cycles of the most important stuff that is expected out of you by the examiner in the examination. Okay, What is to be done after phase 1? We'll talk about that after phase 1. There's no point of talking about that at this point of time, but I think if you can take care of this kind of timetable, if you can implement it, execute it well, you will have a very high chance, very high probability of clearing the examination. Okay, that is all from my side. If you have any doubts, if you have any confusions, feel free to reach out to me. This is the number of my counselors. If you're an enrolled student, you already have my WhatsApp number probably. You can reach out to me via WhatsApp as well on my personal number. This is for my counselors. You can reach out to them, you can ask them your doubts. If they can't answer you, they will ask me, and then I will answer you. Okay, that is all from my side. Keep studying hard. All the best. Bye bye.